Welcome, welcome to my lovely IHP community and the 5D Collective. We're gonna chit chat some more about our lovely lovers. So those who are their whole Merkaba, they are their presence. And so it's a 5D mystic, spiritual, mindful, living, loving world here. Your infinite higher human consciousness, potential experience. You get to think about the future, and I get to bring science, spirituality, and the human elements and all of it together to say being yourself is actually quite in depth. I didn't need to reparent myself though, and so with teachability comes connectivity, because I'm an integrated brain, as we discussed in our previous episode, and downloaders, channelers, and those of us who are in the Enlightenment Soul Age group know how fun it is to be in the love frequency, because our ventral vagal state is consistently what we're using. So let me read to you a little bit about lovers. We are mental, emotional, physical self-agents who love and pursue ventral vagal state health. Our 5D collective of mystics, spiritual, mindful people enjoy the infinite higher human consciousness potential experience because we choose well-being, intelligence, not intellect, intelligence, and to live life as our authentic self. We get to be ourselves as lovers and self-agents with others because our default mode network, the left and right, have a default mode network that's connected with the corpus callosum. That great news. I'm attachment trauma for. So default mode network is downregulated. But remember, I'm woo-woo pseudoscience lady. I'm a content creator, podcast host, and a mentor for one-to-one mentorship. You sign up for our future masterclass and workshops, retreats. So in the meantime, I don't perform a circus act, nor do others. Empowered feminine, divine feminine, and empowered masculines are counterparts, divine, not divine. We use words however we may please because we're self-agents, so we don't perform for anyone, and we know who God is, divinity, source, intelligence, Akash, and so on. So we don't perform or seek approval from others, society, or a partner, that's for sure. I don't do this or this, and I don't do that because I'm not your mama, papa, and really attachment wounds are healable, and people who are looking over their back, hypervigilance is not the health of the body. It's actually stressful and tiresome. So when you have smart therapists and more than just that, neuroscientists, you name it, they're all giving us the good news. The ones of us who are of love frequency know that everyone who wants to become functional child adults can work with that. So you work with the window tolerance of affect, you expand it, stuff like that, okay? So our emotions in the meantime here, it's self-help, personal development, and spiritual growth. The teachability and the connectivity is with people who get excited to do emotions and thoughts because we have clarity, because we have confidence and clarity, which is the radical acceptance. There's no charge, no trauma charges. There's I have Maria. So our 3-year-olds are here, our teenagers, we don't bullshit ourselves, and we have an integrated brain with a restorative, embodied, self-aware, accountable, regulating, embodied, again, body, mind with the integrated brain, and we own the sense of self, so we have integrity, and we get to be ourselves as lovers and self-agents again with the default mode network that is down-regulated, so our left and our right are bridged together, which is why even when a storm hits, we're good. We don't have clinical dissociation, cognitive dissonance, or structural dissociation. Our 0-8-year-old, when you hear me using these words, people who don't come back, I think they won't know, but the 0-8-year-old is anyone who's living it. It's the subconscious, and it's 3D, 4D brothers and sisters of fear who their storm is their 16-year-old saying they're a superhero with a cape, and we're like, no, we all forgive easily. We don't even, you don't use the word because I don't need to regain my compass. I have a healthy self-worth. I'm an empowered person. That's why I have confidence and clarity, and that's why I'm at ease. You stress. I don't need to rewrite the stars with an addiction to ups and downs and roller coasters, because that doesn't happen in love life at all. Teenage boyfriend and I, it wasn't dramatic for me. And the intentionality was, I want you to be happy, compersion. So to this day, when you have those who tell you twin flames test each other, that's not actually true for the empowered human beings out there that have their oversoul. I'm a mystic. So our emotions and thoughts are experienced as differentiated selves with enthusiasm, curiosity, and as an opportunity, walk like an Egyptian, to be the person we choose to be with integrity. So what you say about me doesn't matter. I'm not ashamed of Maria. I have flaws with flaws, and self-acceptance. Even if you say I'm crooked, I know I'm not, because I know my intentionality is to bring kindness, and that I only get people who are charged, don't like people who are confident as self-agents. In fact, when you meet other self-agents, they like you and we like them because we wield our own chariot. Those are empowered, enlightening, 5D mystics, spiritual, mindfully living, loving people. Again, I'm proof that you can do it too. Do what? Be your infinite higher human consciousness, potential experiencing it. And then make fun of how science is amazingly doing work with spirituality people, because I bring it all in. So here's the fun part. We have self-acceptance through emotional and mental maturity, empowerment, and mastery as self-agents who consistently enlighten and expand as restorative embodiment, self-aware, accountable, and regulating people. So we don't need anybody to keep us in check because we love to be healthy. And that means physically, you don't exaggerate drinking, the fucking, the eating, any of that, because you know you're going to get older by the minute, right? So you don't have to do any of that, which is karma. You're doing dharma because your third eye's open. And so you do know how to have that, which is an unconsciously loving heart with a unconsciously loving brain and mind, and to have an inner growth mindset that expands you as you use mindfulness practices with mindset skills to work with stuff that is easy because you can. Otherwise, first therapy and then you do this. We be ourselves here mindfully and spiritually for some of us as well. And so you're continuing to expand that lovely window welcome to your emotions. So we're enthusiastically doing emotions. This is also why we are, again, lovers. So love is a permanent state thanks to choosing to anchor in ventral energy, in engaging the ventral vagal state through the mindfulness practices. So in focusing attention and awareness, I'm not afraid of being in the unknown at all. Whatever comes up, I have kind intention. My physiological state of compassion right here. And so with mindset skills, because I sift everything in my core narrative relational soul self, Maria's, I don't have somebody that I need to ask for permission to do anything, and they don't need to handle any of my nervous system at all. And I don't handle their stuff. That's not what partners do. Partners walk a walk and talk a talk together because we're invigorated and energized, because we have health, the ventral vagal state. We don't ruminate, and we don't do hypervigilance, and we don't have maladaptive patterns of behavior, drinking, drugging, fucking, numbing, eating, inner critic, outer critic, fighting people that don't exist, using our brains really ineffectively, the imagination, the dark sides of neuroplasticity is not fun, okay? And so with that, we use the neutrality and duality, because it's optimism, pessimism, but in neutrality, body, we're safe, don't worry, we're contemplating. And so we have a good time with the inner growth mindset, and those mindset skills are why we get to sift through things. And then with mindfulness practices, we move into consistently expanding as functional child adults together. And yes, we say yes to integration and restorative embodiment, self-aware, accountable, and regulating, resiliency, lifestyle ideas, practices with, again, mindfulness techniques and meditation. And we don't have to call it meditation, but as a Reiki practitioner, Akashic record reader, and tarot oracle card reader, I love the universal transmission sessions that we did, that I have a 12 video playlist on our channel. Okay, so the mindset skills are really fun, and that's what mentorship can support people with. Our 5D collective here at HP at least loves to navigate the mental, emotion, physical planes. So AKA that's the body, the mind, and the brain, bilateral integration, vertical. So our heart too, because that's why you have access to it, and self. And that's by navigating it aligned harmoniously. So our state is one of harmony and love, the oxytocin gene hormone, securely non-attached, non-traumatized. So you're securely attached, you don't need another person, and so you're non-traumatized because your charges, you are metabolizing them. I use a lot of different words, please bear with me as I read to you. So this is coming from us using our social engagement system. And so we like, yeah, I want a hug. Okay, and we love people. So love isn't a performance when you're yourself, and as a self-agent, love is consistent in all our relationships. In our partnerships, we have our polyamory and monoamory community. We flow, we grow, and flourish. And if we're no longer expanding consciousness together, we transform these partnerships to secure connections, because obviously if I intellectually and emotionally and physically am not in any way, shape, or form activated in my amygdala, that means that we have actually no more exciting different things to bring, and that can happen when you meet limited consciousness people, men, women, and those who are not divine. They're not empowered. They're not divine counterparts. They're not, there's no expanding consciousness. So the divine thing, when you hear Sadhguru's quote, if you overflow with humanity, divinity has to descend. It's basically the integrated brain, default mode network downregulated. Now I'm a conduit. Consciousness and I are one, and science explains all about it. And then as a free will person who believes in it, I do understand I have the free will to choose to chit chat with you. I'm also grounded in reality where any of my cherishable beliefs could be falsifiable. Thank you, Sam Harris. And with determined Robert Sapolsky, I know that even if I have no free will, I'm here with securely attached, non-traumatized mystics, spiritual, mindful, living, loving people, because the ones who don't own Merkaba or presence or the future, meaning their prefrontal, they don't like me. I'm confident, I have clarity, I resonate with that which is truth, which is neutrality and duality, and that's why I straddle between realms with the opportunity to tell you how the inner growth mindset works. If you are a person who always keeps your promise, yes, Jesus and God and Holy Spirit, I forgive all my brothers and sisters of fear. I know that they're not Lucifer, that their fear receptor is going wonky and they don't want to go, to Patrick McNamara and believe in neuroscience or whoever it is, Dr. Daniel Fox, Dr. Daniel Siegel, to heal themselves. So you have plenty of stories that people like to make up. Masculines cannot physically, emotionally, or mentally test a feminine that is empowered. They can only represent a potential physical threat, and we will know that because we have healthy guts. So we don't actually tell them about, I think I'm physically unsafe, because that would be unsafe to do. And so with that, our 5D collective, again, we will transform to secure connections, and we love to navigate the mental, emotion, physical planes anchored in our ventral energy. We have a body, mind, brain, heart, self that is aligned in that harmonious state, and we face change as self-agents with the welcoming of it. Okay, so when it's presented to us, the change, we'll be back to talk more about that. We will know what's happening. We're getting to mentally, emotionally create the resiliency skills thanks to our self-awareness of the mental, emotional stuff, and then bring forth the best version of ourselves, which is a functional child adult. We'll be back with more. Again, lovers we are. Tune on in.